Hello guys and welcome to a new YouTube video. You know the market's ripping and you know it is time for AI coins and utility coins to start shining. So I will be going into my best pick of this year going into next year, which is MicroGBT. This has so much potential for what it is and what it is going to create. So basically, MicroGBT optimizes and monetizes your coding experience. So if you are a developer, you can actually get paid for using our products. And if you aren't a developer, you can actually learn how to code. So this is a win-win in terms of people that are new to developing or people that are developers and want to actually increase their potential. If you look at the space of software developers, programmers, and things like that, how much money they're making and the amount of, potential and how much you can be making just as a side job is insane. For people that are coding C#, C++, Java, anything, Solidity, Rust, it doesn't matter the language. There is so much money in this space, and for someone to actually learn how to code, for someone that actually isn't coding that wants to improve their coding, this is the hub and this is the place for you. So regardless if you are a person that is a coder or isn't a coder, this is something to definitely look at. It was done via Seedify, and the launch pads were done via Seedify and Ape Terminal, as well as Gate.io and Mexi. So right off the bat, there's a lot of backing, there's a lot of exchanges, which means there's a lot of liquidity for those that are buying, bigger amounts, for those that are looking at bigger ticket buys. If you're trying to buy 50,000, 100,000, there's an easy way that won't impact the chart. Most projects, they actually launch with just Uniswap and they don't have the ability to actually exchange on multiple platforms. This allows you to actually do that, and that's what stands out to me. Here's an example of you using your JavaScript code, and you can easily implement MicroGBT into that. You can make suggestions, you can generate documentation, you can refactor it, you can do so many things to go into the details and say, hey, what should I do here? Hey, is there any issues here? Can you kind of solve that for me? If you look at things like Grammarly, for someone that isn't in coding, it kind of highlights where you have issues, or it tells you, oh, something's wrong here, or something should be adjusted here. This is a good solution for that. As you can see here, there is details as to, the total minutes saved, the amount of lines of code analyzed. If we actually look at the chart here, a lot of their ROIs have been like 1.5x up to 21x, and you can see Seedify is almost 1x to 6x. So this means they are actually launching coins that bring value into the market. And not only that, they are both top 10 launch pads. So that means MicroGBT has the connections, has the backing, and has the ability to get in touch with these. And that, for me, kind of solidifies the fact that there is, that connection or connective side for the MicroGBT. So by using their sophisticated machine learning, they're able to help with real-time suggestions, custom feedback, automated code refactoring, intelligent debugging, supporting your code, and document assistance. So you're able to actually, get everything you need as a coder. That is where I think it actually becomes much more of a utility play. Now let's actually get into the products and what MicroGBT is offering.
The Micro Dashboard, your all-in-one hub for managing your project. The Micro Dashboard allows users to control authentication and connection to apps, track analytics, project data, and revenue, manage user profiles, GitHub repositories, and social alert channels, all from a seamless single interface.
So the Micro Dashboard is pretty simple, straightforward. It has a bunch of tools that allows you to kind of look at your revenue, your analytics, and go into the settings, all of these basic things that kind of, tracks the project data and helps with announcements or modifications you want to do to
using the Micro Editor, combining strong, lightweight editing capabilities with AI-powered code optimization and security checks. The editor performs automatic AI coding, AI code analysis, and optimization of your code. Micro Editor gives users the ultimate user experience, NLP search, and pinch to summarize to supercharge your workflow.
So MicroGPT Editor basically is a lightweight code editor that allows you to use AI-powered code optimization and security checks. So this is a tool that'll help you, as a coder to, pinch to summarize, optimize your code, auto code, and all of the features you need if you are in the space of Solidity, or if you're in the space of Rust, if you're programming outside of that, for example VS Code or anything of that sort. This is the best tool for that, and it is coming soon, and that is being developed post launch.
MicroGPT Editor plugin. The editor plugin is AI enhanced to help you get the best from your code editor. With error correction, code explanation, and predictive suggestions, you'll never get lost in your code. Our editor plugin allows users to save time by fixing logic errors, replace stubs, and search with powerful NLP.
As you can see, this is the VS Code plugin, which kind of goes through, the ability to do code analysis, customizable settings, and you have multiple languages. So you have things like Python, TypeScript, and more, and you can have the ability to do feedback generation and integrated learning. So simple installation you can do is just install via, opening your VS Code, then you can search for MicroGPT and install as needed. So this is a really good tool for those that are VS Code users, and it has a lot of details and more with updates consistently coming in. So that's really good for those that are developers that are looking at something as a potential, and I know there is actual hackathons that are going on as well. So this is just amazing, the ability to have multiple tools, multiple products, just keep on working, developing, and building something that is concrete. And I'll go into why I think it's a good time to pick it up, and let's go into more of the utility.
The MicroGPT extension. Our browser extension allows users to deploy our AI coding tools on the web directly. The extension includes tools for code review, optimization, error resolution, and logic explanation. Our AI seamlessly finds ways to optimize code as you work, fixes potential bugs, and eloquently explains the function of code to the user.
Now here is the actual Chrome extension that allows you to optimize and solve issues via your Chrome. So not only is there a VS Code plugin, there also is a Chrome plugin. And as you can see, 180 ratings, there's a lot of people that are actually using it. This is an example of what it looks like for those that are, using Remix. If you're trying to do programming with Solidity and you want to actually learn more, or you want to actually see where you have an issue with your code. If you're using the wrong format and things like that, it'll kind of tell you, provided Solidity code snippet appears to define a smart contract called owner intended, etc. And it goes into the detail what you should fix and what the problems are. So basically, why would you actually choose this? So basically, why would you actually use this for Remix? It'll help you with real-time code audits, intelligent suggestions. So if you want to fix anything, or if there's anything that you can include, this will kind of utilize that to tell you it. And there's simple, easy integration. All you gotta do is download it and it's ready to go. And it also is optimized for blockchain development. So there is not that many tools for developers other than, oh, here is Remix. Do you know how to code? Here you go. This actually helps you for those that are new developers and those that are trying to get into it. And also a lot of document support. So for people that need help and things like that, there is support for you to get involved. So this is one of the major tools that I think will help developers that are new in the space and are trying to get involved. And I think this is an amazing tool for that.
Introducing Micro Alerts by MicroGPT. Don't let your team fall out of sync with development. Our bot will detect updates to GitHub or any version control system, analyze the changes, and automatically create announcements based off your user parameters. Integrate seamlessly with any social channels you need, such as Telegram, Discord, Slack, WhatsApp, and more.
So I think micro alerts is the best tool for other projects that are looking to integrate with MicroGBT. So let's say you have a GitHub repo, or you have somewhere where developers are consistently adding new things to it. You use micro alerts to kind of convert that into English. So if you have a bunch of code that your developer is like, hey, we have a ton of code that we just upgraded or integrated into your project, and you kind of want to get that as a owner, you go and say, hey, MicroGBT, can we actually integrate micro alerts into our project? And that will kind of take whatever blurb or whatever coding you have, and it will just simplify it for you. So it'll just say, hey, we just added this, we added this and that in jot notes, and it'll tell you exactly, update 1.2.3, this, and that is what they created for you. So for those that are interested in integrating with MicroGBT, this is a great solution for that. It'll help you detect GitHub commits, it'll help you analyze it with GBT, and it'll create an announcement. So if you want automatic announcements from your developers, this is a way to kind of translate code to English for you and simplifies it just like that. Now let's go through the white paper and kind of go through what the characteristics, the key features, the tokenomics, and what is being planned next for MicroGBT. So as you see here, the main things of what the characteristics are is kind of going into, the ability to have GitHub repos, real-time monitoring, the ability to modify notifications and working on optimizing code, etc., and going into that detail. Then you look at the tokenomics. It kind of tells you what their valuations are for people that are KOLs or angel investors. Then you see the seed investors, public investors. They're all vested over a long period of time. And this is an amazing thing as an investor, to make sure there is no massive dumps. There isn't people that are consistently selling on you. And, these are the important things to look at as an investor. Then looking at their backing and innovations, which I kind of went into detail prior. They have Seedify and Ape Terminal, and then they have innovators, so are people that actually, work with them, partner with them, and things like that. Then you have the Certic, and you have the solid proof audits, which are very important because you need to have that as a key, backing, and kind of, ensure that the code is safe and everything is working as associated. So a lot of the important parts is how it's actually implemented. So the most important parts is, making sure the model is correctly trained, fine-tuned to make sure it's specific to, things like crypto related, like Solidity or Rust, rather than just VS Code or C#. Then you have things as well as, deployment and making sure everything is monitored and maintained well. Then going into detail about the actual architecture, ensuring that there is the ability to integrate with the most recent social platforms, like things like Discord, you have Slack, Telegram, and Telegram is, if not the most important. One of the great things about MicroGBT is the ability to have hackathons. So this is, if you look at other things like Chainlink and other projects that have this, there is the ability to do hackathons. So hackathons is good for branding. It helps people actually use the product and say, hey, we can improve on XYZ, or we can do certain things. You'll see these at a lot of these, big events like the ones in Dubai and Singapore, Token 2049, and this brings a lot of new eyes onto MicroGBT. Then we're looking at the code generation I talked about earlier, which is things like, how you have NLP, natural language processing, and AI intelligence, and things like that. As you can see, the roadmap goes into the details of the foundation, the expansion, the consolidation, integration, optimization, ensuring everything is in accordance to, making something much bigger, fluent, and ensuring that everything goes along with the project. And you look at things like the code editor and developing what they're gonna do. We're looking at the MicroGBT chart. As you can see, on launch there was a lot of hype. It hit 10 million and then retraced back to around 5. Did the same thing and hit a new all-time high and is now looking to reverse. I think right now is an optimal time to actually look at MicroGBT, mainly due to the meta is shifting from a lot of the memes towards more of the AI and utility space. So for those that are looking to invest, this is definitely a good time. Obviously, I'm not saying that, DYOR, obviously, but definitely check out MicroGPT, and I think there is a lot of potential and a ton of utility coming to you soon. And lastly, let's go into the actual staking. As you can see, there's 5% APY for those that are looking for 1 month staking. 4 months is 20% APY, and 12 months 40% APY. So for those that are interested, after you do invest, you can come here and you can stake your tokens for a longer period of time. So definitely check out MicroGBT. I'll leave all of the instructions down below for the website, the chart, and more. See you guys next time, and I hope you enjoy this video.